Yo, I guess it's pre-dinner for a lot of people now, right? We're waiting on an Amazon Fresh delivery. I think dinner will actually be sorted based on that. Really. Cheers, cheers. Let's see where we at. Oh yeah, yeah. We need to do some things. Yup, yup. Bang on. And oops, that's good. And again, yes, yes. Albondigas. Hello, everybody. Meatballs. What's up, kids? How you doing? Cheers, everybody. It's 6 o'clock here, right? Oh, 6:12. So as I said, it's probably pre-dinner. Excuse me. For a lot of people, right? Hmm. Should I pull my last one of these 100s or not? Because I think I got a shorty pack over here. So not gonna pull my last 100 when I got a full shorty. And these aren't even king size. They say box. You know when it says box, it means it's not even king size. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Just so you know. It could say king box, couldn't it? But it doesn't. You got to get a bit of a catcher's mitt hand, right? Got a bit of a catcher's mitt. I love being a catcher, except for the arches of my foot. The very inside arches. Not really fun when you're a catcher. The rest of the game in baseball, being the catcher, pretty cool. You matter, you really do matter. You really do influence what goes on, and that matters to me. I mean, in that game. Not even baseball. Let me not even go there. T-ball, we'll say in T-ball. T-ball catcher. Not even going to talk about baseball. Definitely not going to talk about softball, yo. You guys can have that shit. We'll play some shuffleboard, man. I'm not having any softball, man. Come on now. Come on now. You need somebody to throw a fucking plate at you so you can hit it or something? Like, come on now. That's real bad. Something as big as your damn head. Oh, I appreciate the likes. Yo, what's up, Anthony? Back in SGP. How you doing? Who am I talking to? I was just telling a story, so I wasn't really talking to anybody. I was just telling a story about. Well, I was just addressing the situation with the fact that I needed catcher mitt hands and where I would want to get them from, where I did get them from, and why I wouldn't call it baseball because I'm not interested, and it would be T-ball. That's all, gal pal. I was storytelling. Unfortunate gal pal. Look, I even got your like I giggled like that. I got that. Oh my gosh. No, I have a little bit of anxiety and trepidation, and I'm kind of testing something. I know you love baseball. I know, and I love baseball, but I don't love playing baseball so much. I like running around the bases, but I don't like being in center field and just sleeping out there. You know what I mean? I didn't like that. You played softball. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's cool. I don't want to play softball. Like, you know, Jimmy still plays baseball, but he's really bringing up his daughters. So they're learning how to play. I mean, he has to be very active to do that, as a lot of, certain affiliated people that I know are being very active in basketball with their children because they have to play with them. I love baseball on the radio Siberian because, I'm an auditory person, not so much visual or physical, right? So I'm more of an auditory person. I love auditory stuff. So I love baseball, Sunday, radio, that kind of thing, right? Jimmy's working on his car and you listen to the radio, or, I'll listen to baseball broadcasts from the ancient age. I love to go to any games, but I like hockey a lot. And I like dirt track races, where the races are so small that you're just on bleachers that are chattering everywhere. I like that. Again, auditory and sensory, the rumble, the sound, the noise. I like that. Noise makes me comfortable. Like, you know how people would use a white noise machine or something to make them go to sleep. My problem is I can't deal with small loops. So if something repeats, time kind of ceases to exist in my whole consciousness. Like I can't really grasp time. So loops I can't really deal with. Do you remember, good lord, I can't remember her name, Peace and Sunshine or something like that, Siberian. And she would do a stream, looking at a bird feeder or a chime or something outdoor. But the actual audio would be a loop of maybe 15 seconds, right? So I really thought she was cool, and I was like trying to be friendly. And sometimes she would go out in the afternoons and walk around and go to the creek or something. You remember her, Peace, Love, and something. I don't know, but somewhere Beard got in there and said, I was a bad guy to her, and that was it. Like, she was just like he is. So. You love to go to the games, yeah. Anything live, I love that. You know. Outfielding sucks. Yeah, outfielding sucks. I was a first base, I was a catcher, and I was an outfielder. Usually not center, actually, just on the other side, picking fucking daisies and shit. So I did those three things. Now, first, you're in the game. Cool. Because if you can get them out at first, it's what you want to do. It's what you want to do. But my favorite was catcher because it was the planning aspect. It's because of I'm throwing you two of these and one of them. But the outfield was for the birds, not for me. I literally picked roses. I started being a real asshole, like, or not roses, but I don't know. I guess immature sunflowers, right? Yeah, I'd pick immature sunflowers, and those little things that you can make a little arrow out of. Boom! Just pop the head off of it. What an asshole! Angels in the outfield. Fresh Prince in the house. Daffodils. Okay, is that what them is? Yeah. I like those little honeysuckles and root beer plants and stuff. What's up, Prince? Nice to see you again, man. Angels in the outfield. Fresh Prince, stage left. He's always hanging stage left. He's there. He's there. His mom's there. His other name is there. We know he's there. Left stage, man. Left. Thanks for your support, man. Thanks for coming back after, of course, Siberian. Thanks for coming back after my first stream. Thanks for coming back after my second stream or whatever, Prince. I mean, this is the whole time, The whole time I've been doing this silliness. Thank you, sir. You know what? Some things haven't been easy. Some things have been growing pains for real, but everything's been on time. And I think you're on time by saying that, my brother, Prince. I really do think you're on time by saying that. Thank you for expressing that in a time that I need it. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Since the peppers. No, you were here. Yeah, you were here since I cooked them. I cooked those peppers. Doug says, "What's he doing?" Doug says, I heat stuff up. Remember, he says I make turkey and rice for the dogs. He taught me a lot of what he does, and that was cool, like to learn his cooking style. But he says, yeah. I heat stuff up, and here I'm mashing peppers, putting oil in them, Fucking Scuff Frank's coming up. Scuff Frank says, "Oh yeah, just eat that." I'm like, just eat that. Get the fuck out of here, dude. First of all, when I eat this pepper mash, I'm not gonna eat it when it's heat hot. Heat hot plus all the capsaicin, dude. Yeah, I can't eat that, man. I won't even say it. My lips will go out of the wrong end of my esophageal passage. That's what I'll say, okay? I ain't eating that shit. What the fuck? You watch the Peppers? No, that was a different Peppers thing. That was literally, you know how the ghost peppers, the boot jocalia peppers or whatever, those are actually deer repellent, essentially deer repellent, or that sort of goat-headed, animal repellent in India. That's where they come from. So there is a dude who grows scorpions or Carolinas or both, and we get his excess because he grows it to keep animals out of his wine grapes, blueberries, Virginia shit. Wine grapes, blueberries, banana, vodka. We have good shit in Virginia, but that's Virginia shit. So, but he actually grows the peppers as a pest deterrent, and not a pest as in some sort of little critter, but as in deer, like an actual use of the ghost. So he gives us those. So if you just see me slamming them and also joking with my wife, because this is after a lot of those people like turned on me, people of those note turned on me right then. And so wife and I were joking around all the time because she was like, oh my gosh, they think you're this, they think you're that. Like she was like, just lean in. Just tell him, oh, I'm worse than that, Like she said, just do that. And so I did. I love peppers. Peppers are peppers. True. True. Peppers are peppers, and all in different concentration. All in different concentration. So this is my dilemma with Danny Thompson, who has been up here once. He's coming up again to tell stories, and I have his music assets. So the 10th to play a few songs and him tell a few stories. But he can't do it in the evening, so I can't do it live. So should I record it on StreamYard or go like super live at 3:30? No, because I went live today at 3:30 to see, and I don't think so. Like, so the two choices are, and I can't test anything until tomorrow, and we will test tomorrow, and we're not doing anything until Thursday real. But I can't test anything. But what I did test was I went up on 3:30 today, like it could be on a live, and it didn't work. So now I came up at 6. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it was 6:08, 6:10, whatever, and I'm up here. And so this is better, right? So that says to me I need to pre-record it and then throw it out. It won't be live. You don't like the hot ones? Yeah. It's a good hot, depending on what pepper. Yeah, there's the peppers. They have different flavors. Some of them are too bitter for people. Some of them are too sweet for people, Prince. Even though their heat level might be exactly what they want, it might be too sweet or too bitter. There's a lot of that. I'm a fucking habanero guy, and habanero means like a Cubano, like a guy from Havana, habanero, but you got that habanero or Scotch bonnet that we have in the West Indies, right? So to speak, Caribbean, so forth, islands, America, whatever you want to call it. Uh, so I'm really good in the Scotch bonnet, habanero family, and then because those things are so orange and bright, or sometimes very red and sharp, they're really good with citrus to me. And I don't mean lime. I mean no lime, no limon, no lime, no limon. That's a different thing. That's a very Mexican thing, and it's reserved for limon, cebollo, cilantro. Let's keep that street taco, limon, cebollo, cilantro where it belongs. But when you get with my bright habaneros, which is more of the city of Jalisco, no, not Jalisco, excuse me, Ciudad. Oh fuck, which one was this one? Pueblo, the city of Pueblo. Yeah, they would have a habanero, which is a man of Havana type, salsa. It's not gonna have the limon citrus in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. That's what I'm about. Now that we got mandarins and lemons and everything, put that shit in there. Stuffed peppers. Oh yeah, what's better than a stuffed pepper? Banana peppers, dude. Banana pepper. Stuff it with sausage and mozzarella. Boom, roast it off. Uh, spicy jalapeno. Okay, take out the veins and the seeds, cut it out, put it with cream cheese, cheddar cheese, wrap it in bacon, put it in the oven, done. What else? Okay, so the big stuffed peppers, the bells. I like orange. Obviously, my German heritage, they usually use the green with the sort of ground beef and a red sauce and a garlic and whatever, whatever. It wasn't even German, it's more Polish. But anyway, I prefer an orange. Get a nice, like, what do you call that? Like an autumn orange damn pepper, and stuff that one up with, whatever your favorite albondigas meatball mix is. What's up, Sean? How you doing? What's up, Be Real? I've been checking out every one of your videos, brother. It's awesome to see you in. So this tells me that 6 o'clock is not a bad time. So if I do have to do a pre-recorded video with Danny Roadkill on Thursday, I'm gonna drop it late 6:30. You guys have informed me. I believe all that I need to know. And the next time that we can do it live, which is what I'm comfortable with, we'll do it earlier than we do, because we did it 8 p.m. Pacific last time, and that was too late for him. And I knew that, but he got into it. But I said, hey, name a time. And then this time it ends up he doesn't have a time. So we're going to pre-record and we're going to drop it now at 6:30. Because if we go live at 3:30, I've already tested today. That's the only part I can test today because I don't have StreamYard. I'm going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 of his songs. I guess I'll have to cut those because we don't even have time in an hour and 10 minutes to do that. I have my answer. Thank you guys. Please click like and say goodbye to each other before I leave. Say goodbye to each other before I leave. If I can say that more clearly, please comment a request. Who wants 25% off federally legal hemp cigarettes? If you want 25% off, nothing to scoff at, promo code JoE, then send me an email and I'll tell you about it. Because I don't work for them, so I'm not saying it out loud. Take care, everybody. See ya.